Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. This is a fun headline from Nairametrics.com. Major reasons why XRP is better than Bitcoin. Well, I would say that the number one reason is that the community around it doesn't all live underneath their individual bridges. Which is the case, within the Bitcoin community. They're all trolls that just live under bridges, staying warm next to their dumpster fires whilst eating room temperature cottage cheese and charging people Bitcoin to cross the bridge, which could at times of high traffic take days. But I digress. This is going to be a fun piece to run through here, and I also have this from AMB Crypto. This one's titled Tether, a threat to altcoins like XRP? With a question mark at the end so my voice goes up? Not so much a threat. Well, there are a few things I have to say about it. It's not all positive, but it's mostly having to do with the optics of everything going on. But before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you would please ever so delicately tap that like button, I would definitely appreciate the support, because if you do, it will tell the YouTube algorithm to push this content out onto other unsuspecting victims. And also, you know what you should do, seriously? You need to subscribe to the Moon Lambeau channel if you love your mama. You know why? Because if you subscribe to the Moon Lambeau channel, you will find true happiness. And that's what your mama wants for you. Your mama loves you. Shout out to Poochie here, who tagged me in this first piece. And he wrote, are some crypto media outlets finally changing the narrative regarding XRP? Noticing more positive news over the past few weeks, and tagging me along with a few others in the community. And yeah, it's not just you, Poochie, and I've actually mentioned this a few times over the last few weeks on my channel, and I've absolutely noticed that there are more positive headlines coming from crypto media, including the likes of newsbtc.com and bitcoinist.com. It's like, while some of this stuff has been happening in terms of price action, I know admittedly over the last couple of weeks we've been kind of range bound in terms of price action. It's just been it's been getting more difficult to say bad things. And yeah, so like stories like this for most of the last few years, like these headlines were harder to come by than something negative about XRP, which probably isn't terribly surprising to most of you that have ears and are listening to this. But let's go ahead and jump in now. Ripple, the world's fastest growing crypto payment powerhouse and owner of the fourth most valuable crypto by market size, is showing some of its advantages over the flagship crypto token. Now, if you've listened to me more than once, you may know I'm going to have some beef with this. Owning the crypto, unless you're referencing specifically the cryptocurrency XRP, which Ripple happens to hold, then that sentence makes sense. But if you're talking about them having some sort of ownership over the ledgers and these sort of special permissions, no, that would be incorrect. But anyway, the piece continues. A popularly known crypto analyst with the pseudonym Crypto Whale spoke on XRP's unique advantages over Bitcoin. And so here's the thing. So like I've never covered this piece before, but part of what they covered in this article was this tweet, which I actually happen to have covered in one of my videos within the last few days or so. And there's actually a whole thread. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because I've already talked about that, but highlighting this portion of it is definitely worth it to make sure we properly set the table. So here is the original tweet from Crypto Whale. It wrote, and by the way, he's got quite a following. Last I checked, I think it had like 37,000 followers or something. But anyway, he writes, I've been an active XRP investor since 2013. By the way, sir, I am envious of you. But anyway, he writes, I've spent lots of time researching plus comparing altcoins and have XRP ranked at the top. XRP is a promising project with an even more promising future for long-term investors, and here's why. XRP is a digital asset utilizing distributed ledger technology like Bitcoin, but that's where the similarities stop. XRP is 1,000 times faster than Bitcoin. So 3 to 4 second settlement time typically. XRP is 1,000 times cheaper than Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is greater than a penny, and XRP, of course, is fractions of a penny. And then he writes, XRP is better for the environment, there's no mining, and XRP is scalable. We don't need no damn Lightning Network. Although, fun fact, if Lightning Network ever does end up working for Bitcoin, it'll work for most cryptocurrencies, including XRP, so it's not going to be some sort of unique advantage for Bitcoin. I think most people don't realize that, but that does indeed happen to be the case. Now, At the time this report was drafted, the fourth most valuable crypto, XRP, price traded at 24.9 cents with a daily trading volume of $1.8 billion. And XRP price is up 2.4% in the last 24 hours. So what you should know. Yes, please enlighten me. Nairametrics author, I do need to know what I should know. Ripple is a privately held fintech company that provides a global payment solution via its patented payment network called Ripple Network, also known as RippleNet. And XRP is the digital token that has a circulating supply of 45 billion coins and a max supply of 100 billion coins. Once there was a max supply of 100 billion, but there's been a little bit of a deflationary action thanks to the burning of every single transaction here. But they go on here, so check this out. XRP plays dual roles as a payment platform and a currency. It is an open source platform that was created to allow quick and cheap transactions. And so this is something that's always been fascinating to me. It just happens to be the case that as of September 2020, while I'm recording this, cryptocurrencies, by and large, are like, this would be like, prove me wrong. It's like cryptocurrencies are not being used to pay for stuff. Now, you can find fringe individuals in any community that, including the XRP community, and that's fine. If you want to spend your XRP on stuff, I encourage you to do what you want to do. I have no beef with it whatsoever. Most people aren't doing that. And there's a lot of reasons for that, including just the undeniable fact that for most of the world, spending money is not an issue. It's not a pain point. You know, and so yeah, XRP it can be used as a currency, just like they stated right there. But it's not going to be the first use case to really take hold, unless you want to say store of value is the first use case, in which case they'd be like, okay, I guess fine, whatever. But as far as actual usage of a cryptocurrency, and this is what's so neat about it, and this is why I've gravitated towards XRP, because like I joke about. You know, like Bitcoin being like a terrible coin, this and that, but it really is just a joke. Like, I mean, understand, I'm not an XRP maximalist. I own 17 different cryptocurrencies. I just go where the actual action is, like where there's actual utility here. And so what's interesting to me has always been the fact that, yes, XRP is actually getting adopted. And my investment thesis is that utility matters and will win the day. And so while I see this taking hold because XRP gets to be used in the background and the rest of the people around the world get to take advantage of that if they're conducting transactions around the planet in corridors where XRP is used via Ripple's on-demand liquidity, like that's awesome. You can have massive usage of XRP without having to onboard all sorts of customers the world over when, frankly, today crypto is not particularly user-friendly. There's not great user interfaces in general. And it's at a point where it's in its nascency. It's not widely accepted, and that's why I've always thought like you can ultimately get to a point where you know crypto takes hold massively in this way, and for store value, sure, that's fair too. But then ultimately, I could see down the path cryptocurrency being used in place of fiat currency, but still, like, what if that takes decades to get there? It could, because you're going to need it to be less volatile. Technologically, you got to make sure everything's in place, and that's why, interestingly enough to me, although the first proposed use case for a cryptocurrency was, as Satoshi Nakamoto envisioned, a peer-to-peer cash system. Well, what if it ends up that XRP ends up having the most liquidity, and technologically it's capable of doing this, and it does scale, like. What's going to fundamentally get used as money? You know, if it's that's why we'll just have to see. I don't know. I mean, is Lightning Network ever going to actually be adopted, or will Bitcoin forever just be a store of value, or does it go the way of the dodo? Well, we shall see. But they go on to cite a couple other things here. Now, just before jumping into the next piece about Tether, which I have some things to say about. That's all right. Other leading global banks. I'm going to skip over the part. They cited some of the banks that are using this and that, but I want to jump down a little bit further. Other leading global banks using Ripple include Europe's banking giant HSBC Holdings, PLC, with assets of about $2.5 trillion, which disclosed in 2019 that it would use the XRP payment solution. A Japan Post Bank with assets of USD 1.9 trillion, Sumitomo Mitsui Financial Group, and Mizuho Financial Group, and it's four names, I'm probably butchering them, whatever, with trillions of dollars in assets, also have a close relationship with Ripple Asia. And others having a relationship with Ripple include Banco Santander, Barclays, PLC, Royal Bank of Canada, and Toronto Dominion. You get the point. There is no other company in the world working in the world of blockchain that has this level of partnerships. And what's interesting, it's not just with the banks, it's not just with the remittance companies, it's with governments the world over, central banks. You know, we know that Ripple is working with dozens of central banks. It's amazing. There's not even a close second to this. At some point, people are going to have to factor this in the price. I mean, I'm not from financial advice. I'm just sharing my opinion. It's like, how could this not ultimately matter to people in a more notable way? And I understand why it's not today. It's just everything's in its nascency. People are trying to figure out what to believe, and it's not easy. Like, for me to even get to the point where I was confident in the long-term viability of Ripple's business model and XRP, I mean, it took months and months of research, and it was not easy to figure out what was reasonable to believe. I needed a lot of back and forth. I needed to see people debate back and forth on Twitter, and I was just reading through all sorts of threads. I learned all sorts of stuff that way. It's not easy to figure this stuff out. And so, to you listening to this, I'll tell you what, I don't know what's going to happen in the world of crypto. Nobody for sure knows. But kudos to you for even being here, while the vast majority of the world doesn't even know that XRP exists. Like, substantially less than 1% of the human population even knows about this. And what I would perceive as a tremendous opportunity, because for me, it's all about just being involved in, scarce assets that actually solve a real problem. You know, that's a huge part of it. XRP is scarce, and I don't want to hear this crap about 100 billion XRP like the Bitcoin maxi trolls. 100 billion XRP, that's too much. Go back to your bridge, Bitcoin maxi troll. I ain't got no time for your jibber jabber. Because if you and I know it's never going to happen like this, but if you divided up all the XRP in the world evenly when it was at its max supply, it'd be about 12 XRP per person. It's like nothing. It's seriously, it's effectively nothing. Into this piece now from A&B Crypto titled Tether, a threat to altcoins like XRP. Binance's Tether reserves are up 450% in the past 1 month. The exchange has seen increased volatility in its Tether reserve since April 2020. There was a significant drop in July 2020, however. There has been a massive recovery in the past month. And wait till I show you the tweet that they shared. The Tether just... tell you what, it really burns my biscuits. But anyway, USDT reserves are up from 88 million to 1.06 billion in 60 days based on data from CryptoQuant. This jump in Tether reserves cannot be entirely accounted for by new buyers trading fiat for stablecoins like Tether. This could be attributed to traders bringing their funds to spot exchanges through Tether. Is that not scary to anybody else? I know it's not just me. I've seen what David Schwartz, who is Ripple CTO, co-creator of the XRP Ledger, said about this. And he didn't make strong charges, but he has expressed concern about Tether and stablecoins. But anyway, back in the altcoin rally of 2017, traders used XRP transfer funds to transfer funds between exchanges, largely due to its low transaction fee and high liquidity on exchanges like Binance. Yeah, see, there you go. Even in the world of trading, utility for XRP. But in early 2018, at the peak of this rally, XRP got a boost in market capitalization and price. Now, since its launch, XRP set out to be the future of digital payments in cryptocurrency and enjoyed undisputed support from traders. Well, I wouldn't say completely undisputed, but I mean, it's just being positioned as a bridge currency, right? That's really what people recognize is the core use for it at this point in time. Now, obviously, there are other developers building on top of the ledger, but that's it right now. However, Tether's increasing market capitalization and adoption has dethroned XRP, and this is what's really burning my biscuits. Check this out. With a market capitalization of over 15 billion, Tether ranks third after Bitcoin and Ethereum, and here is the Tether account celebrating the printing of Tether. Here you go. Oh my gosh, guys. I gotta simmer down now. I'm going to start sounding like a Bitcoin maxi troll. Tether has just surpassed a $15 billion market capitalization, and they got this little celebrate emoji thing right after it. No. That needs to be reserved for things that are worth celebrating about. This is not worthy of celebration. This is worthy of concern, okay? Delete this. Get rid of your stupid little party cone. Then they write, in only 1 month, Tether's market cap has increased by more than $3 billion, maintaining its #1 spot as the most liquid, stable, and trusted currency. What do you think is going on here? This, like, there's no freaking way, right? There's no freaking way that all this is backed on a 1-to-1 basis, you know, against the dollar. Are you kidding me? This much money flowing into crypto? Not only that, even if it were like all this, so let's say that the 11 billion that has been printed this year in Tether, let's say it was backed, then what the hell's going on with the market? Are you kidding me? Like, none of this makes any freaking sense. I know I'm not the only one that's concerned about this. And so, as far as it competing against XRP, dude, if you're talking about purely, like, XRP's not, look, a couple things. XRP is not trying to keep, like, whatever value you have in crypto at that, because, you know, a lot of the reasons people are using Tether, it's to defeat volatility. Like, if you're concerned that whatever cryptocurrency it is that you're holding is going to go down, but you don't want to remove it from exchange, maybe you're a trader, you move it into Tether, and then it's still worth $1, right? Until the whole system collapses one day, which may happen, may not. But I mean, I definitely have concerns. But, you know, as far as Ripple's core use case of XRP as a bridge currency, it's not even close. You know, that's not what's going on here. And so one of the bigger beefs beyond this that I have, it's the optics of this, because it looks like Tether's doing better, like, especially imagine people coming in the crypto space. So Tether has a higher market cap than XRP, and I don't think this is a huge deal, and that's why I'm really not that concerned about it. I really mostly just want to point out the nonsense around this. But I don't like the optics of Tether surpassing XRP when all they're doing is printing more. Yeah, well, I mean, if you could magically print twice as many XRP, then its market cap would be double. And so, like, you know, you can't do that, though. Like, new XRP cannot be created. And so this is just pure silly nonsense here. And then they write here in this article, and this is ridiculous, Tether is a direct competitor to XRP, as Tether claims to maintain its #1 spot as the most liquid, stable, and trusted cryptocurrency. Who's trusting Tether? My gosh. Even the people that use it are unsure of it, right? Come on here. I mean, it's so funny they wrote this. They wrote that it's the most stable. I'm like, it's a stable coin. Yes, it's stable. Oh my gosh. So, Jesus. It's like that's like as dumb as saying that XRP is the currency that has the most letters in a row in its name that are XRP to start. Oh my God, yes. it's dumb as hell here. And so anyway, XRP and Tether, they're not competing for the same use case. I just thought it was pure silliness. But anyway, that's probably a good stopping point for this particular video, but thank you for stopping by, my friends. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!